Police should be accountable. That's the society that we live in. That is the social contract that we have with our communities.
We are sitting down one-on-one with the Commissioner of the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection. What's changed since he's been on the job? New News at 5 starts right now. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for the News at 5. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck. We begin with that NBC Connecticut exclusive. This is the first time we're sitting down with Commissioner Higgins since he was sworn in back in 2023.
He walked into a department fresh off a controversy over whether state police falsified tickets. An investigation later showed the largest contributor to that controversy was poor bookkeeping.
NBC Connecticut's Kevin Guy spoke with the commissioner about where things stand now. 2 years after this story broke, he's live in Middletown. Kevin, what did you learn?
And Mike, Keisha, good evening. Well, if you remember, I actually had the chance to attend his introductory press conference with the governor over the last almost 2 years. He said he's very proud of the work that's been able to get done, but he still says there's quite a bit of work to be done. Here's just a part of that conversation.
When you stepped in that initial press conference, you had said, we're going to right this ship, we're going to figure this out, and we're going to restore trust within the public when it comes to their Connecticut State Police.
The public, the residents, as well as the governor's office, they wanted something done. We brought back accountability, transparency, and we also put systems in place so that it would never happen again.
How do you plan to continue to get the public on board with, I can trust every state police officer that comes to my vehicle or comes to my home?
I have said that each trooper is the living logo of this agency. So every interaction that they have, that's an opportunity to build trust. We have 933 troopers. Not all interactions go well, we know that, but we strive to improve. We strive to improve each and every day.
How do we bring in the next generation of troopers? How do we fill those 300 vacancies? What does that look like?
We need to grow our own. Okay, we need to do a better job at growing our own and then getting them into positions within the Connecticut State Police and into local law enforcement. The amount of training that goes into training a Connecticut State Trooper, listen, it's not easy, but when you have a Connecticut State Trooper who's graduated from the academy, you've got a skilled law enforcement officer, a very skilled law enforcement officer. So some young people point to accountability. Well, the police should be accountable. That's the society that we live in. That is the social contract that we have with our communities.
Now, Higgins also points out that his recruitment team continues to search high and low for that next generation of state police troopers. But in the meantime, we continue to hear and we continue to cover all sorts of issues on the state's major highways, on our roadways here in Connecticut. We dive into that coming up at 6, as well as how technology can play a role like speed cameras we've covered again. That's all coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. For now, we're live in Middletown. Kevin Guys, NBC Connecticut News.